Hey guys, Zach Hell here with Zach Hell Slots. So you're a first timer, you're a beginner, maybe you're not so comfortable playing slots, and I can tell you for me it was extremely overwhelming. Sometimes I still get confused and make the wrong bet. So I want to show you just a couple tips that I recommend to maybe help you get comfortable playing slot machines and to find the answers that you need to know so that you have a good time playing slots. You're not just overwhelmed and confused. A lot of people sit at these machines, hit buttons, have no clue what's going on. Don't want that to be you. So subscribe to the channel. We have a ton of how-to videos and a lot of great slot wins. So go hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, and listen to these tips. Okay, so first thing you want to do is make sure you've got one of these player cards that you can get from the casino. There is typically a players club, signs everywhere for them. That's how they keep track of how much money you're spending when you're there. You get some great comps. For instance, just this day, I got both my hotel nights covered for free. In addition to that, I also got $800 free money to play with. And matter of fact, go check out my video telling you how I did with that 800 bucks. So with that player's card, typically there's going to be a spot here for you to insert that right down here. You want to make sure it turns green, that way you know it's accepted it, and you'll see it pop up your information down here. The other thing is you'll insert your money right over here to the side. Now you'll see you get to print these vouchers whenever you're done, and so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in here. You can reuse that or you can cash them out. Okay, now another thing is you need to understand how much money are you betting. Okay, so first and foremost, this is a 5-cent machine. Now that does not mean that every spin is 5 cents. That simply means that each line is worth 5 cents, and you have up to 243 lines you can play here. And so that bet can add up to quite a bit on this machine. I think it's like 30 something, but $16 I believe is the max bet on this one. So if you sit down, put 20 bucks in, the last thing you want to do is hit a $16 spin and be broke right off the bat. So one thing I always recommend is to understand that. You want to know what it is. Now I can tell you the cool thing, of course I didn't pick an easy one to do math on, but the 5 cents down here, it's going to be 5 cents times this is going to be how many credits you are playing. So basically on the 5 cent you can just divide it down by 2. So that would be paying $2, $4, $6, a $10 bet, and a $16. That's per spin. Now I will tell you, I do always typically recommend doing a max bet. So what does that mean? That means you should probably play on a machine that's comfortable with your budget at a max bet. You don't want to lose all your money right off the bat and not have a fun time playing. So keep in mind, the other thing is the attitude that you bring to this. I come to the casino with my budget expecting to lose it all, and you need to be comfortable if that's what happens, because many times that is the case. You are paying for entertainment. So just make sure that you bring that attitude, and to me, rather than maybe spending money on a football game, baseball game, this is how I'm spending my money. And so the great thing is I do have a chance to win money, and a lot of times that happens too, but not always. So more times than not, it's not going to happen. So that's something to know. I always like turning the volume all the way up, just good energy. It's a lot of excitement. And then check out this help button. So all machines are going to have that, and it's going to tell you how many credits. So each of those is worth 5 cents that if you get these on lines is going to pay. So for instance, you can tell the bar down here is going to be the least expensive payout, and the diamond up here is your most valuable symbol. And so if you were to get 5 of those on any of the lines, depending on how much you bet, then you would be able to get a pretty good win there. Here, this tells you the hot stuff symbols, right? So in winning combinations, right, it substitutes, except for the wicked will symbol. And so you can go through and it'll tell you if the 2, 3, or 4 times progressive jackpots. Okay, so progressive jackpots are kind of interesting. I'll show you that here in a minute. A lot of times you might have a pot that can fill up with money. And then when it does, you get to maybe pick certain symbols or whatnot and win some money there. And then the Wicked Will bonus. Most machines are going to have a bonus game, and that's what's so much fun. Enjoy playing them. And so, for instance, on this one, we need 3 of those Wicked Wills in order to be there. And then also, this tells the bet meter. Betting up increases the chance of winning a progressive in either the progressive pick or the Wicked Will bonus. Bet meter on the base game shows the current bet level. And then you can get into all the different ways of all the lines and how it wins. And for instance, one thing with most machines, you are going to need something lined up on the first 3 lines. Now this one's kind of interesting because you can get 2 if they're in those lines there. And if you were to get everything all the way across, which happens from time to time, extremely rare, that'd actually be 243 ways to win. But with a lot of machines, if you have matching symbols on the first 2 reels, then you're not going to win. This one's a little bit unique. And you can see here, if I were to not have one on the second line there, that is a loss. So typically you want to see about 3 of those symbols line up. In this one, we're looking for 2, as long as they line up in the right places. You can select your game denomination. This game does not have that available. And of course, all their disclosures, any malfunction voids everything. Okay, so when it goes to bet now, if I were to hit max bet, that is going to be the max bet here, which on this one is $16 per spin. A lot of times I might play that amount. For this video, not gonna do that. You also see it talk about that bet meter here. So it tells me it's a little low because I'm at the 40 credits, okay? And let's see, sometimes you can touch these and it'll switch. So like maybe here, see how I can go from credits to cash. I like to see how much cash I actually have in the machine. And so for this example, we'll go right here and we'll do a $6 spin. So we'll kind of keep an eye. Now you can keep hitting this play button over and over again, but you want to be careful. If that says max bet, then you're going to be hitting a max bet. And that happens so many times to new players. The other thing is, I meant to show you jackpots. Take a look at these up here. You have a grand jackpot, 75,000. The Ultra, 5,300. The Mega, 631. The Major, 228. The Minor, and then the Mini. And so you'll see in this game how that can play out. So that was one of those Wicked Wills. We need 3 of those to activate the bonus game. Okay, so you see right there, those 3 bars, because they meet on a line of our 243 lines, then they do pay us out. For instance, this is a great example of one that's not going to pay out. We have the diamonds 1, 2, 3, but on reel number 2, we do not have a matching diamond. Okay, so that played because we have the 3 bells right there. Okay, now here one thing you're going to see is the payout. It's going to tell me how many credits. So I won 90 credits that are worth 5 cents each. I'm betting 120 credits, so actually I lost a little bit of money on that one. Okay, the other thing I'll tell you too is I always recommend coming here with a budget in mind for the machine. So on this one, I'm not gonna let this voucher get less than $75. So if it gets to 75, I'm gonna get up and walk away. I started with 190, so I would say maybe if I can get this to 250, then I also would walk away. Now this is that progressive that we talked about. So every time we get one of these little devils, they're gonna add coins into that pot. When that pot overflows, we get into a progressive play as well. All right, 5 of a kind there, so 150 credits. Now, okay, so again, I'm gonna play either when I get down to $75 or up to $250. And I'm gonna have that strategy and I'm gonna stick with it. If you have any questions, if you're new to slots and you have questions you would like answers to, just shoot me a comment down below and I'll do my best to get you an answer. Now see here, those 7s, these do not match these. If these were red 7s, that would have been a very good payout because they go all the way across. And we need 3 of those Wicked Wills to hit that bonus. Okay, so 45 credits there. So now we're at 79. And so I'm betting $6 per spin. So betting one more is gonna take me down to 73. So this would be my last bet if I do not win. Okay, So no win there. So that for me signals it's time to cash out. So if you have any questions, if there's anything else you want me to cover, please let me know. Want to make sure you have a good fun time playing slots and that you're comfortable. It can be super overwhelming, but go check out the channel. Make sure you subscribe for more tips that as you get more comfortable will allow you to be a little more educated, at least when you're making your slot decisions of where to play and how much to play. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching the channel, and I hope you have a great day.